So chapter 1, introduction to cybersecurity. What is cybersecurity? If I do ask you this question, what is cybersecurity? Maybe you have heard of it. Maybe some people came and tell you, hey, I'm doing cybersecurity, or you heard the name cybersecurity, but you've never really spent some time thinking about it. What is it? What is cybersecurity? Okay. And my goal here is to give you a perfect definition of cybersecurity so that you are an expert in the field. If someone meets you and say, hey, what is cybersecurity? You can define cybersecurity for the person in 1 or 2 words so that the person can easily understand. Okay, so with that being said, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting information systems, networks, and programs from unauthorized access, disclosure, and modifications. Again, I repeat myself, it's a practice of protecting the information system like computers, servers, all these kind of Internet of Things devices, the network itself. When you have your network, you don't want anyone who is not from your company to access your network. And the programs, like, you have so many programs running on your computer, on your environment. You don't want anyone to access this or modify them or even see them. So cybersecurity is the practice of protecting. So as a cybersecurity analyst, see yourself as a regular security guy. You are standing at the door, and your goal is to make sure that anyone who is not allowed does not break into the house or does not come inside the house. So you are checking to make sure that the house is safe. Okay. Example of unauthorized activity: breaking into a company's network and locking their critical files, then demanding a payment. That's called a ransomware. We're going to see that later as we move. We're going to see that later as we move forward. But this is called ransomware. So many times people went to work and they try to log into their computer, and all of a sudden something appears, a message appears and say, hey, your files are locked. Okay. So my files are locked. Now it's asking you to pay $500 before you can log into your system and access your file. My question for you guys is that good or bad? It's bad, correct?
It's very bad.
It is bad. So this is called a ransomware. Ransom, see, the ransom is pay before you can access. Ransom, you pay before you can access. And sometimes when you even pay, they're not going to let you access. They will still continue to mess around with you and get more money. So that's very bad. That's an example. Another example is using an employee password that's weak to steal their sensitive information that are not meant for the public eyes. Let's say you have a friend who is working for a company, and then for some reason you know the friend's password. You log into his computer, and then you access the company's information. You're not an employee, but you are able to log in. It is not good. So cybersecurity want to protect against that. So the short definition of cybersecurity is the practice of guaranteeing the confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability of the information systems. And I want you to retain these 3 words that are wrote in red, because we are going to be coming back on this. It is the practice of securing or guaranteeing this confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the information system. What is confidentiality? Confidentiality is, I don't want anyone who is not supposed to have access to the data to access my data.